And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's quickly take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
Well, that's not Ace Hardware there, Kanoa. That's Ace Harward. That's Haley Harward. She's number 9 in Aces in the NC2A with 35, number 2 in the Big West. She's got to get it going and give the Rainbow Wahine a rub. And for Hawaii, they've got to be block beaters. Long Beach State is number 1 in the league with 2.8 blocks per set. Hawaii's got to find a way to get around or over or through that block.
I thought you were suggesting a new sponsorship for that segment or something. Kanoa Leahy and Chris McLaughlin here courtside. The 53rd all-time meeting between Hawaii and Long Beach State. One of the great rivalries, certainly in the Western region, in intercollegiate women's volleyball. Hawaii serves to get things going, and the dig by the setter Faith Ma'afala. So a blind back bump set to McKenna Granato, and she sends it long. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen here shortly. Granato, the team leader in kills per set. She's averaging 3.4 kills per set, but she's hitting at a 195 clip on the season, C-Mac. As Natasha Burns gets that one blocked back.
Not 195, not a great number to be sure.
Two-hand sets that one over, and the swing for Tyler Spriggs, and she's able to slice it to the far sideline. Spriggs, quite the pickup for Joy Mackenzie Furbringer. Spent 3 previous seasons at Arizona out of Los Angeles, California. Went searching for a program to transfer to, wound up at the beach, and she has put up some good numbers. Ma'afala goes backside to Granato through the block. Dug up there by the libero Carly Hill. Here's Spriggs again, high hands. Good up there by Casey Castillo, and what a track down on the second touch by Tita Q. Right side, that's Kashana Williams who just dinks it over. So chance here for Hawaii. Here's Granato through the fingertips of the block. Here's Williams. Oh, she got some boosters way up off the floor, and she goes off the block and into the Terraflex. Kashana Williams is a sight to behold when she approaches a set.
Boy, warm-up, she was unbelievable. Talk about climbing the elevator. She's got about 10 floors worth.
Overpass, Williams unable to put it down. What a one-hand diving layout save, Ma'afala. Advantage Long Beach State though. Outside it's Spriggs! Denied access. Even up with Natasha Burns to put up the roof.
We talked to Robin Amos Santos yesterday in practice about Hawaii's slow start. Certainly they've gotten off to a slow start tonight, down 3-0 to start the match, but that will give them some life right there. Their solid block by McKenna Granato.
So the roof for Hawaii against the team that, as you mentioned, leads the conference in that category. That hit goes long. Was there a touch? The Long Beach State bench seems to think there was, and in fact they are correct, ruled correct by Ryan McDonald, the high official. We'll see if we can see the touch on the replay, and it looks like there was a touch near that pin, and so it's 4 serving 1 here in favor of the 49ers. Here's Noreen Sia getting the swing from the opposite position, popped up by Haley Harwood. Williams, that one tickles the tape, and Burns unable to pop it up. So right now, Long Beach State off and running here in this opening set.
I'm surprised that Hawaii's one of their main goals tonight was get off to a quick start, and that's not happening.
So 5 serving 1. It is the beach actually off to the quick start. Here's Casey Castillo trying to tap it deep. Right there's Harward. Here's Williams through the block, dug up by a Q, falling to her wallet. Burns able to keep it alive. One hand set in the middle to Emma Kirst, and the 6'4", 5th-year senior who originally began her collegiate career at Utah pumps it down for Long Beach State, and a timeout by Robin Amos Santos.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back out of the timeout, joining live action and a much-needed put-down for the Rainbow Wahine as Noreen Sia from that opposite position finds the floor. It was a 6-1 start to this opening frame in favor of Long Beach State. And so Hawaii, as unfortunately has been the case far too often this season, playing from behind here in the early goings. Kashana Williams goes off the block. Cue the save. Here is Sarah Leva in the middle, pinballed around, and somehow returned again. Ma'afala will go to Leva a third time. Was the charm.
Sarah Leva is so easy to set in transition, so athletic. She gets up quickly, got a fast arm swing, and manages to move that ball around, cutting it back and hitting away from her body.
Had a fantastic match against Cal Poly in the 5-set loss. Leva with 12 kills, hit 500, also had 6 blocks, and those kinds of plays will certainly help the Rainbow Wahine moving forward. An ace by Tita Q. Her 10th ace of the season, mind you. That middle set to Kirst, couldn't get all of it, so chance here for Hawaii. Leva, the soft touch. How about the scrambling we're seeing on both sides of the net? To no avail that time for the 49ers. Hawaii has ripped off now 4 straight points, and they're back within a digit.
This is more like, I think, how Robin Amo Sanchez was wanting the match to start.
So 5 serving 6. Here's Kirst in the middle. She found that open seam. Renato unable to conjure up the save. Long Beach State coming in 11-8 overall. They are 3-3 in the Big West Conference. They were preseason picked to finish 4th in the league. Hawaii on the other side, 9-6 overall, 5-1 in the league. Lost that first Big West Conference match of the year on the road Saturday against Cal Poly. In 4, I should say. Cross-court bump set, and going to wind up a free chance here for Hawaii. Ma'afala backside. Here's Yosia against a double block. Tried to send it down the line. Great scramble once again by the 49ers. Hawaii on the attack. Yosia again. Much harder hit. Dug up over the net. Fielded by Castillo. Castillo will get the set on the outside pin. Unable to put it down. Horward with the dig. Spriggs off the block. Good save there by Castillo. Leva in the middle. Diving save. Horward again. Spriggs pounds it down, putting an end to a marathon sequence.
Hawaii just gave Long Beach State too many chances in transition. The Beach going to the floor for that one. Getting sandy. Nice play.
So 8 serving 5. Dylan Dela Cruz with the serve. Here's Leva. She's able to tool the block. Against Hawaii the point. It is 6 serving 8. Long Beach State hit 375 here to start this match compared to 167 for Hawaii. So here's Yosia with the serve. Forward puts the pass on the money. Kirst unable to put it down. Leva the other way. Does find the open Terraflex. What do you think about Sarah Leva? 2nd in the Big West Conference in hitting percentage coming into tonight.
For someone who hasn't played volleyball in a couple of years, that's really good. Yeah, for that, you know, she reduces her errors all the time, makes good choices. That's why she's hitting for that high percentage.
354 on the year. Spriggs, the touch shot, sniffed out by Yosia. Here's Angel Gaskin getting her first swing. Forward the dig over the net. Leva came into the twine. Jumped a smidge too early that time. She was ready to pounce. Maybe a little too much anticipation there.
She might have been better off just backing up and bumping that ball up and running the transition play. There was a blocker right in front of her ready to stuff her, even if she had a good swing.
So 9 serving 7 Spriggs. The line drive serve taken by Granato. Gaskin, that delayed middle set somehow works.
It's play that Hawaii likes to use Gaskin going on a crossing pattern, hitting out of the middle instead of on the right. Now she'll go back to hitting on the right after this.
Bit of an up and down journey here this season for Angel Gaskin, the transfer from Maryland, 1.4 kills per set, hitting a .06 coming into tonight. But there have been flashes when she has been in rhythm and she's had it going where she's been able to do a lot of damage. McKenna Granato shut the door that time on the slide set to Emma Kirst. That's 6 feet, generously listed, blocking 6'4".
Yeah, that's right. It was a bit of a mismatch there, to be sure. Kirst known more for her blocking. She's a 240 hitter, but really a good blocker.
Outside set, that's Harward. And she goes off the block and out. Haley Harward is quite the story. 5'9" junior from Phoenix, Arizona. Leading the team with 2.65 kills per set. But she was also the team leader in digs last year. In fact, was an all Big West Conference first team selection. And in a perfect world, she probably would be the full-time libero.
And she's their answer to Wahine Volleyball, jack of all trades.
That's right. As the Mac of all trades, McKenna Granato goes through the block and down.
Oh, the Mac of all trades. I get it. Jack, Mac. You gotta write these things out for me. It takes a while.
Viva sends that one just long. It is pretty interesting just how similar these programs are. I mean, you have two second-year head coaches, both alums of the institutions, respectively. And you also have two programs that are going through the transition of those coaches taking over following legends who were at the helm for so many decades, as Angel Gaskin, with some authority that time, finds the floor.
Talking about Brian Gimelero, Long Beach State, and Dave Shoji at University of Hawaii. It's a new era, to be sure, at both schools.
Even in the composition of the roster, you mentioned the Swiss Army knife that Haley Harward has been, and certainly the stat sheet filler that Noreen Yosia has been for Hawaii on the other side. Here's Granato. Dug up there by Williams. She'll get the set on the outside. Boy, does she get up off the floor. Nice play off the net that time by Natasha Burns. Middle set, that is Eri Jua, unable to find the floor. Granato, a laser beam. The dig, though, by Carly Hill, and it'll be returned. Where does Ma'afala go? She goes to Burns, block, diving save. Granato, Burns, then just touches it over.
I'm really impressed with Natasha Burns tonight. She's made several broken plays where she had to make quick reactions with her hands to keep the ball alive. And she, for a middle hitter like that at 6'5", normally they're making mistakes all over the place, bumping the ball out of the gym, but she's kept it in play, done a great job at the net.
Zhuo, the 6'4" junior from China. 1.68 kills per set, but she is second in the Big West Conference in blocks per set behind her teammate Emma Kirst. So that middle unit for Long Beach State, they have reigned supreme so far in terms of the conference statistic.
First and third in the conference, right?
As Burns caught that one a little fat. You just knew that this was a Long Beach State team that was raring to make this competitive. It was important for them to start well. They did. And it certainly is as competitive as expected. Burns well-timed as she awaited that overpass.
Nice patience by Natasha. Did a nice job of not pressing too far over the net. And she hit it away from the blocker. Smart play.
Burns fourth, while we're on that topic, fourth in the conference in blocks per set. High and away. Set goes to Spriggs. Ma'afala unable to come up with it. It's kill number 4 for Tyler Spriggs.
Spriggs gave away that tip shot pretty early. I think that Ma'afala, when she goes back and looks at the tape, Ma'afala's going to go, wow, I should have released sooner.
Ma'afala backside to Yosia through the double block and down. Noreen Yosia coming off of yet another triple-double performance in the 4-set loss at Cal Poly. 11 kills, 24 assists, and 21 digs. I mean, that is a monster triple-double, her third of the year.
Those 21 digs were really special. One of the things I'm noticing about Yosia is she's hitting the ball harder. We know she's got all the shots, kind of little beach roll shots, the cut shots, the tool to block shots, but the velocity of her attacks right now is like 30% better than the beginning of the year, I would say.
Comes from perhaps the confidence swelling, right, as the season goes on and she gets more reps out there. Two-hand pass that time by Granato. Quick middle set to Leva. Good save by Dela Cruz. Spriggs on the outside. She is showing the repertoire. You saw her Big West Conference numbers, and they are certainly much better than her overall season kills per set stats. And she is coming off of a career-high 23 kill performance, hit .417. in their losing streak snapping victory over UC Davis last weekend.
She's been their go-to player. She's had some problems with consistency, but when she gets on, her streakiness can turn into masterful attacks and great offense.
That was a pretty masterful attack there by Sarah Leva. Now with her 5th kill already on 9 swings, so she is in that same rhythm that we saw exhibited over at Mott Gymnasium.
Even the #1 blocker in the Big West couldn't stop her that time.
Outside here, Spriggs. Diving save a cue, played off the net by Leva and sent over by Castillo. Chance here for the 49ers, and it is cursed. Kind of got handcuffed by that set and still able to just touch it to the open spot.
Boy, he got frozen that time in the back row.
Hurst spent 3 years, including a redshirt season in 2014 at Utah, where she appeared in 56 matches before heading to Long Beach State. Good set outside to Castillo. You could see that one. Just a nectar put out there by Noreen Yosia.
You know, Leva's been such an attention getter that the block was not able to get to the outside. Gave Castillo a nice split block. She's going to be thanking not only the setter, but Leva.
Well, we're headed towards a possible photo finish here in set #1. And it is Rika Okino who sends it long. Okino had a career-high 13 digs 2 matches ago on the road at UC Santa Barbara. Great piece on her in the game-on portion of the broadcast tonight.
She's just getting better and better.
2-point advantage here for Long Beach State. You'll see it. High balls it outside to Granato, and she got under it. And all of a sudden, some breathing room for the 49ers. They're up 19-16.
Alabama Santos has got to think about using her second and final timeout. Let the Beach get too far ahead.
Aquino with the pass. That's on the money. Here's Granato. Unleashing that time. 3rd kill from McKenna.
Perfect set from Yosia. Split block. Airy could not get there in time.
So here is Janelle Gong playing in just her 4th match of the season. Sophomore out of Moraga, California. Great dig there by Okino. Backside set. Gaskin! Oh, that had a fury behind it.
That's as good a ball as I've seen Angela Gaskin hit all year long. She hit it high and hard. It's a good run up. Goes just inside the block.
That was ferocious. Burns got a piece, it looked like, of that set. The official saying that it was on that top plane of the net. And now we have a net violation called against Long Beach State. And Hawaii, with 3 straight points, has tied it up at 19. We are having a conversation, though, between the Long Beach State bench and the officiating crew. They're going to say that the ball was hovering directly above the net, which means that the opposing blocker can touch, has a right to it. We got a timeout. We're tied. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. The number is 500. That's Sarah Leva's hitting percentage Saturday in the 4-set loss at Cal Poly. Cal Poly now up to number 12 in the country, but 12 kills and 500. That is a UH season high for a player with a minimum of 10 kills in the match. So Sarah Leva was red hot over there in the Central Coast as Harvard goes deep corner to put it down for Long Beach State.
Leva's picking up right where she left off. 5 kills, 1 error, 9 tries, hitting .444 tonight. The other leader, Angel Gaskin, 4 kills, no errors, hitting .800. Hawaii hitting .308 for the night. That's a big number. They're normally hitting .212 on the year, so big improvement offensively.
And that's after a pretty slow start to this set. Here's Gaskin against a solo blocker, and the way it's going right now for Angel Gaskin, that solo block won't do it.
I think they probably looked at their offensive numbers and are laying off for a little bit Now they're paying the price is Long Beach State's block.
How much does that change the dynamic of this Hawaii attack if Gaskin can contribute in that way?
Oh, tremendously.
Great serve there by Ma'afala. It's an ace.
Spread the court out so much and make the middle blockers and Long Beach State have to work that much harder. Remember, they're the #1 and #3 blockers in the Big West, so got to make them work hard or you're not going to be successful.
So Hawaii jumps in front, 21-20. Oh boy, Williams rising high but sends it long. No touch called, much to the chagrin of the Long Beach State coaching staff. Joy Mackenzie Furbringer and Matt Furbringer in disbelief, incredulous in response to that no touch call.
Look, they're going to challenge. Not sure which.
They're either going to challenge the in-out or the touch, no touch. But if you challenge the in-out, they can also look at whether or not there was a touch. So some of that.
Oh, it was a touch on Faith Ma'afala. That's what they're looking at.
On the back end of the play?
Well, yeah, Faith Ma'afala was playing back right at the time. He tried to get out of the way. They're saying that she got hit right there.
We always talk about how difficult these touch, no touch calls are to reverse. It's a little tougher to see as opposed to the in-out calls and even some of the net violations.
See if the ball changes direction or changes the spin after it goes past Faith Ma'afala. Oh, that ball's in.
That looked like the ball was, forget hitting Faith Ma'afala, looks like it hit that end line.
Yeah. Definitely.
But this is where the semantics of the replay challenge come into play. If the challenge was on the in-out call, then the officials have the ability to also check the touch. If it's on the touch, then they don't necessarily have the capability of also looking at the in-out call.
That's backwards. They ought to be able to do it either way.
You're right.
Because the idea of the replay is to get things right. And if you want to get things right, look at both plays that they're simultaneous there, actually. It's a no-brainer. Maybe there's a touch there, maybe there's a knot right there in her left shoulder. And for sure, though, that ball is in.
Yeah, that it looked in from that angle for sure. Is there enough here to reverse the call? That's always the question. Dixon Chun, the down official, is the one with the headset on, taking a look at this thing.
I'm not sure there is enough to reverse that call.
Kashana Williams, by the way, I mean, in slow motion, it is even more impressive just how high up off the ground she got.
She gets high, doesn't she?
6-foot freshman from Northridge, California.
You know she's good. If there's the no touch there, definitely no touch on. That's the best angle right there.
This is taking a long time as well, C-Mac.
But Kashana Williams, what an athlete. You know, if you get recruited by Nebraska, Penn State, and SC, you're 5-star, maybe 6-star.
The advantage in that instance for Joy Mackenzie Furbringer is, as the Mizuno Club volleyball coach, she actually coached about a half dozen of the players on this roster, including Kashana Williams. And it's going to be a Hawaii point. The call stands. No touch, out ball. And again, the semantics, I think, of that come into play so much.
Yeah, no question about it.
Because if they challenge the in-out there, I think you and I are in agreement.
Absolutely.
That probably was
It would be 21. It would be 21-all right now.
Instead, it is 22 serving 20. And that got a piece of Spriggs, according to the line judge, and that's an ace by Faith Ma'afala. How ironic is that?
Oh my goodness.
They're going to say that it touched Spriggs' hair.
It did.
Wow, I don't think we have seen that at any point, at least in recent years, of the ball getting a piece of the hair on its way out.
Spriggs knows that it touched her hair. So that's not the issue. I think the issue is he's calling both captains, 4 captains in to talk about it.
Is the question whether or not the hair is a legitimate touching of the volleyball?
Exactly. That's what he's talking about.
That seems to be what Joy Mackenzie Furbringer was questioning, whether or not the hair can be considered an actual touching of the volleyball. By our understanding, it is.
Yes, yes. I'm not sure what the complication is right now.
Well, this has been a pretty wild home stretch of this opening set. The pages of the NCAA women's volleyball rulebook fluttering. And now they're going to say that that is an out ball on the serve, and that is a point for Long Beach State. I mean, it clearly hit the hair of Tyler Spriggs. The only question is, and apparently Ryan McDowell, the top official, has ruled that that is not an actual touching of the volleyball.
That's puzzling. In between sets, I'm going to talk to Nixon Chun and find out exactly what was going on there, because that was a strange call.
Well, the Hawaii fans will call that a little athletic justice. 23 serving 21 in a wild opening frame. Backside, here's Williams. Okay, there will be no replay and no controversy surrounding that moment as she just bounces it off of the floor.
She is so athletic, gets up so high.
All-around athlete out of El Camino Real Charter. Competed in hoops, track and field. Here's Castillo against the double block. Played off the ricochet by Granato. Burns in the middle off of the behind the head set. Here's Williams backside, flips it over, diving one-hand save, a cue. Bump set to Castillo over the double block. Good dig there by Horward. Outside set, Spriggs, and it was too far outside the antenna. It was even, dare we say, a questionable contact by the freshman center, Carly Eigner-Swayze.
Exactly. I think the official was about ready to call that, and he backed off when he saw how far outside the court it was.
So a timeout taken by the 49ers. Hawaii started this set trailing 6-1. And here they are now with Aloha ball and an opportunity to close out this opening frame. Much easier said than done, as Robin Amos Santos can attest to. Remember, at Cal Poly, and part of the reason why Hawaii, I think, still feels pretty confident despite losing there at Cal Poly and losing to the Mustangs for the 3rd straight time, is the fact that they had set point in that 4th set, an opportunity to push it to a 5th, weren't able to finish it out. And obviously that will be something that Robin Amos Santos will remind her team of. Hey, look, that final point, it is not a given. You got to get it done.
Exactly. I think the other thing Robin Amos Santos wanted to see was to see her team get off to a quicker, more efficient start and not wait to start playing hard in the 4th set like they did against Cal Poly.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's Jack Fact. Long Beach State, one of just 5 teams who have double-digit victories against the Rainbow Wahine. Only UCLA and Pacific have more all-time wins over Hawaii. The other 2 programs that have double-digit victories over the Rainbow Wahine, Stanford and USC. That's a pretty impressive number.
Very impressive.
All right, well, one of the spark plugs for this Hawaii team in so many instances, McKenna Ross, about to enter into the match, set to replace Casey Castillo. She did it again on the road at Cal Poly. Just 4 kills on 16 attempts, but was an energizer and even got a lot of touches. Matched up on the opposite side of the net against Tori Van Winden. Aloha ball for Hawaii here in set 1. And that's set to the middle off the mark. And that is a point for Hawaii. And a come-from-behind victory in the opening stanza. 25-22, Rainbow Wahine strike first here at the SSC. Welcome back. Hawaii taking set one against Long Beach State 25-22. Before we get to the second frame, let's send it up into the stands where Lisa Strand-Ma is. Lisa.
Hi, I am here with Dr. Connors, who is my professor here at the university. Dr. Connors, you've been a Rainbow Wahine fan for how many years?
About 40.
Do you remember the good old days in Clum Gym?
I sure do. I remember you in Clum Gym. Oh, yeah.
What was your favorite memory of being a season ticket holder for Wahine Volleyball?
What was my favorite memory?
I don't know.
I can't think of one.
That's okay. Dr. Connors was my history professor and taught here at the university for
30 years, from 1965 until 1995.
And I really wanted to come and just say thank you for all of your support of the Rainbow Wahine. It's people like you and your wife that have helped to make this program what it is today.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Well, that is great to see. The longtime fans continuing to support this program. That gentleman and his wife have seen quite a bit over the years.
They really have. How about these stats from the first set? Long Beach State, the leading blocking team in the conference, 0 blocks in the first set. Secondly, Haley Harward, who's their all Big Wester, 9 digs. That's like Tita Akio. Akio only had 5, which would like lead the country.
Overpass by Q on the serve as well, and Spriggs gobbles it up. And so Long Beach State trying to bounce back from that opening set loss, strikes first.
Another number from the first set, Spriggs with 6 kills, hitting .455. Now she's got 7 kills. She's lighting it up tonight.
Another overpass by a Q, hammered down by Emma Kirst, and the person who is setting all this up is the server, Haley Harward.
What was one of my keys to the game tonight? Ace Harward, not Ace Hardware.
Well, those overpasses work just as well as an ace, right?
Exactly. 35 aces on the year. Number 9 in the NC2A. That's getting in lofty territory.
When you're forcing an overpass from Tita Q, you're doing something pretty tough, too.
Exactly.
1 serving 2. Renato with a good serve. Middle set, Curses blocked back. So the bump set goes right side to Williams, roll shot. Sniffed out there by Yosia. Burns in the middle, blasts it off of Emma Kirst. And down, and Hawaii has tied things up. The Rainbow Wahine ending that opening set on a 9-3 run. Remember, it was 6-1 in favor of Long Beach State to start that thing. Kenny Granato, the team leader in aces. 24 coming into tonight. The block was up on Williams, and it's going to be a roof. That one just caught that sideline. And so you're right in what has been a bit of a paradigm shift here tonight. It's Hawaii's block that has been more prevalent so far.
Exactly. And they're trying to serve Spriggs, but she's put up 2 dimes in the last 2 serves. She's been money.
Castillo and Burns combining on that roof.
A third one.
Kirst, nice set there in the middle. Freshman setter getting the start here for Long Beach State, Carly Eigner-Swayze from Wrightwood, California. Older sister Delaney played at Long Beach State from 2010 to 2015, so it's a bit of a family thing.
And her twin sisters playing at UCLA.
Yeah. So out serve there, and it's Hawaii on top here for serving 3. There is a cue. Backside, Williams, the big run up, and she had to adjust that approach and sort of short arm it. Was able to still cut it pretty nicely.
That set was low and way off the net. She did a nice job of adjusting, as you say.
She is a get for this program, there's no doubt. Just scratching the surface, I think, of some of the talent that is in there. Overpass, and Jua says, thank you very much. And it was Leva paying the price. So some ball control issues right now on the Hawaii side of the net here in set 2.
Well, both coaches will tell you what's going to win a match in any volleyball game: serve and pass.
It is the basic fundamental, right? Oh, Yosia. That was a blasty blast.
Angel Gaskin, who had a solid first set, 5 kills, no errors in 8:33.
You'll see with the serve. 5-all. Outside set, it's Spriggs. Block out a piece. You'll see a middle set to Leva. Laying the smackdown.
On a perfect pass by Tita Q. So that Faith Mafala could put up. And as you'll see it, putting up the set for Leva. Leva's just unconscious right now.
Pass by Jua. She gets the set on what was a 2-footed step out. Nice job there by Granato to keep her alive as Horward tried to catch him off guard. And then Castillo wins the point for Hawaii.
What a bizarre rally. Oh my goodness. Horward putting it deep. Granato saves it. Castillo puts the finishing touches on.
Started off with that short serve by Yosia. She does it again. Gets Jua to make the pass. Then on the slide is blocked. Backside set, it's Spriggs over the block. Right there is Granato. Yosia, high ball to Castillo. And she sends it long, no touch. So a point for the 49ers. This is the 53rd meeting between these two programs. Last time out in this building on Hawaii's senior night, the Rainbow Wahine pulling off the sweep. That was last year. 25-14, 11-10 over a 49er squad that was reeling from injury. Here's Castillo, comes swooping in.
Castillo going in up against the Mutton Jeff block, the 6'4", Airy, and the 5'8", Carly Agner-Swayze. I think Castillo hit over the little blocker, not sure.
Good pass there by Spriggs. Jua on the slide, hits it long. So Hawaii with the point, they're up 9-6. And when you think about this rivalry though, and obviously these programs are in a bit of transition, but some absolutely memorable, legendary, classic moments over the years. And for a while there, remember, it was Long Beach State that sort of was the thorn in Dave Shoji's side, if you will.
Hawaii used to draw them in the regionals, like in the sub-regionals, and they'd get knocked out year after year. Frustrating for Dave Shoji.
Well, right now, no frustration for Hawaii. Timeout, Beach. Welcome back. Need tickets to an upcoming UH contest? Well, visit hawaiiathletics.com, call 944-BOWS, or visit the Stan Sheriff Center box office. 3 easy ways to get your seats for exciting UH sports action. Rico Aquino with the ace, prompting the Long Beach State timeout. We have 10-5 on our lower third graphic as the score. The scoreboard here in the arena has 10 serving 6. I believe that is the correction that is just made there. How about the insertion of Megan Krudoff, 5'11" senior from right there in Long Beach, California. She led the team last year in kills per set. Number's been a bit down here in 2018.
Made all Big West. Number 1 in kills per set with 3.2 kills per set. This year she's only got 1.2. We asked Megan Joy McKenzie Furbringer why the drop in numbers. She said, well, trying to find a spot for her right now.
Well, they got some talented hitters that weren't here a year ago. Here's Leva with the touch. Advantage Beach. Backside set. There is Krudoff, dug up by Yosia, tight to the net, but the dink by Carly Agner-Swayze misses the floor.
Long Beach has got all the pieces here to be a really good team. They could have sent any team in the league on any given night, including Cal Poly, I think, if they put it all together. Don't you think? I mean, physically, don't you think they're...
Absolutely. They are domineering when it comes to the physicality that they bring. Janelle Gong tickles the tape with the serve. Step out goes to Kirst, and she puts it down. I think the one area where you can say, all right, experience will certainly portend better things for this program is at the setter position.
Exactly. You know, it's tough to come in a D1 program and have to set right away, so I think Carly is going to just get better as the year goes on, as the years go on.
Swayze with the high arching float serve. Middle set to Natasha Burns. That middle has been working for Hawaii here tonight.
Surprising that the middle is a set of choice right now, because Long Beach has got the number 1, number 3 blockers in the league, and Hawaii is challenging them.
10 kills between Leva and Burns, 6 and 4 respectively. Krudoff, that hit the antenna, so that's a point for Hawaii. So the Rainbow Wahine up a handful here in the second set. Prior to the break, you were talking about that run where it just seemed like it was Hawaii and Long Beach State meeting up in the NCAA tournament year after year was a perennial thing, kind of like Hawaii and Washington here in the modern era.
Exactly.
But Long Beach State ended the Rainbow Wahine's tournament run in 1989, 1990, 91, 93, and 94. Of course, some of that was wiped out after that memorable 2000 regional victory for Hawaii in a classic 5-setter against Long Beach State. But just so many great memories. Dave Shoji wrote about many of them in his book, and that's why this rivalry, even though these programs are once again trying to find their respective footing, this rivalry is one that is here to stay.
Yeah, I think it'll get better and better as both these coaches, get a few more recruiting classes behind them and garner up a few more victories.
Renato, the pipe set. She fires that one to the deep corner. It's a point for Hawaii. 15 serving 9. Earlier timeout negates the media timeout that we usually see when the first team reaches 15. That was a blast, though, by Granato.
Only 1 blocker up. Advantage McKenna.
It's a good serve there by McKenna. And then she comes up with the dig on the sprig swing. Burns paintbrush that one. So chance here for the beach. It's Williams. That is a big block proposed on the other side by Hawaii. Burns and Castillo, and Williams went over the top.
Even on a bump set to the 8-foot line. Williams goes up. It's high, hard, over that big block, as you said. Wow, she's going to be a force.
Just a freshman. Backside, it's Yosia, blocked by Spriggs. She hung up there long enough.
Not sure why Yosia chose to tip it there. She had the cross court wide open because middle blocker did not get out there. They stuck with Burns, leaving that cross court wide open.
Spriggs, another player that played club volleyball for Joy Mackenzie Furbringer.
Who saved that one.
Here's Castillo. Off the block and down. So 16 serving 11. This is the first meeting this season between these two programs. Q forces the overpass. Played by Leva wisely that time, and this time you'll see it with a little more authority. But a good pinball action return that time by Long Beach State. Here's Yosia again, bigger swing dug up by Horwood. Hawaii goes outside. Castillo gets blocked. It gets over the net though. Spriggs. That one is dug up two-hand style by Granato. One hand set to Leva. Advantage all of a sudden for the 49ers. Here's Williams off the block. Punched up by Aq. Aq has to scramble to return it, and she does. Middle set, Jua. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. And a point for Long Beach State. Another lengthy rally that goes in the direction of the 49ers. Gotta love the effort, really, on both sides of the net. Tita Q, who had to get up off of the floor to try to retrieve that third touch and send it over, and she did. Serve goes long, though. Dylan Dela Cruz, another freshman from Long Beach, California. How do you like these uniforms?
We also played club volleyball for Joy.
Well, there's 6 of them on the roster that played club volleyball for the head coach?
Shit, that's a lot of players.
What do you think about these Long Beach State uniforms, by the way?
They won't go well for Pink Night, which is tomorrow night, by the way.
That's tomorrow night, that's right. Yeah, kind of got that.
Well, this is good for Halloween. Does it didn't look like a pumpkin color?
They kind of go. They kind of look kind of old rugby style, right?
Yeah. Don't you think it does look? Is it just me, or is it does look orange? Doesn't it a little bit?
Maybe. Kinda. I don't know.
you can say no. Yeah, it does look more like a rugby uniform.
Yeah. Like a retro Pittsburgh Steelers uniform or something. Free ball coming here for Long Beach State. Outside set. That's Krudoff. And that probably felt pretty good for the 5'11 senior. And a timeout taken by Robin Amos Santos. She doesn't like the way this thing is trending as the 49ers are right back in the mix. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top three. Big West service aces, Haley Horward and McKenna Granato, both in this match here tonight. 2 and 3 respectively on that list. Granato really kind of upped her game in terms of her scoring ability from that service line. Haley Horward, that's kind of been part of her narrative from the get-go. For Long Beach State, 5-2 run here. Largest lead for Hawaii was 6 in this second set. Castillo, one hand dug up over the net by Gigi Alex. Here's Gaskin against a double block is roofed. No, not roofed. Played off the net by Leva. Well done. We play on. Here's Allison Martinez getting her first attempt of the match. Sends it long. Martinez, a 6-foot freshman from Montebello, California. Hit 335 on the year. 1.65 kills per set.
She's leads them in kill percentage. 3-time high school All-American. California kill leader in 2015. A rare hit out by her.
So Hawaii up 4. That's Jua. Was an all Big West Conference first teamer and all freshman team selection in 2016. Made it to the honorable mention team last year.
How did she get to Long Beach? Brian Gimlero, good buddies with her dad, who was the beach coach for China.
You use all the connections in the recruiting game, right?
Yeah.
Here's Krudoff from off the net. Well done there by Okino. Gaskin through the block. She is just ripping tonight.
It really is, and it's getting, you'll see a lot more confidence when she back sets to her, knowing that Gaskin's going to go up and take a good rip at it and hit for a better percentage than she was the first 4 or 5 games of the year.
She now has 6 kills, 10 attempts, no errors. And the 6 kills matching the output of Sarah Leva. Krudoff dinks it over. Yosia and Burns collide, and then Gaskin falling away. Sends it over. They're going to say, though, that both Burns and Yosia got a piece of that ball, that first touch, and so that became basically the first and second touches. And so Gaskin's was the illegal 4th touch on the Hawaii side. Yeah, that's the right call. Looked like it just barely touched Burns first before ricocheting off of Yosia. But again, outserved by Long Beach State. We have seen that happen a few times after what can be described as maybe questionable or even controversial play.
Exactly, that's her 6th serve out with no aces to go along with it, whereas Hawaii has 4 serves out, but 3 aces to go along with it.
Yeah, you like that ratio, huh?
Yeah.
Backside, here's Krudoff. Down the line, diving, saved by Okino. Free ball coming here for the 49ers. Backside, Krudoff again, blocked and roofed. Granato saying, aole.
Granato got to get the block. You know who made the play work right here? Okino leaping out with one hand, keeping the ball alive, giving up her body, and there, McKenna Granato with Hawaii's block. Hawaii again out blocking the beach. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. Hawaii 4 blocks to the Beach's 1.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the storylines that we weren't maybe expecting or anticipating. I mean, Hawaii's middle attackers certainly have been effective for a good part of this season, but you thought that some of that would get negated to a degree by that Long Beach State middle block, but that hasn't been the case here tonight so far.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that I put as one of my keys to the game tonight, the block beaters, and certainly Hawaii's done that pretty much all night long with an effective middle attack.
Well, we're talking about the blocking game, so why not call it the time for the Akamai Roofing Report. That's right. The blocks tonight, 4 total team blocks for the Rainbow Wahine, 2 in this second set. Yes.
Donato's been in on it. Castillo's been in on it. Burns has been in on it. They love being part of the roofing company, don't you think?
106 team blocks for Hawaii this season.
Great sponsor for that particular statistic, don't you think?
Hawaii 5th in the Big West Conference in blocks per set coming into tonight. This is a Rainbow Wahine team that now has no margin for error the rest of the way this season. They lost at Cal Poly. They cannot lose again. With an RPI now of 70. Rainbow Wahine are going to have to win outright in this conference, and that's going to require them defeating Cal Poly and going unblemished the rest of the way here in the Big West Conference. Burns gets turned back.
Faith Mafala going to the well one too many times. Curse has been committing all the time in the middle. It's about time that she's going to win one of those one-on-one battles. She's a very good blocker.
Second block for Long Beach State. Bump set goes outside to Yosia. Diving save by Harward. And Spriggs, that's dug up. Ma'afala high balls it out to Yosia. That one hits the tape. Diving save, Igner Swayze. Bump set goes to Spriggs. And that's dug up by Ma'afala, so we keep playing. Yosia from off the net. How did she do that? Plugged it through the block and down.
With mirrors. That's how Yosia works. Smoke and mirrors.
I mean, it looked like that block was eclipsing Noreen Yosia, particularly with her position off the net, and she still was able to tool it. Hawaii by 5. Granato into the net.
One of the reasons Granato's been successful in races is she's upping in miles per hour. She serves that jump float. She's bumped it up, and so she's forcing the hand of a lot of passers to put up a better pass. But the risk is that she'll hit one into the net or long once in a while.
McHugh puts the pass on the money. Burns gets dug up by Igner Swayze. Spriggs will send a free ball Hawaii's way. Backside, it's Yosia. Busting out the hammer.
Ooh, she's been up against a good block there, too, against her hometown school. Yosia from Long Beach. She's probably loving getting to play against her homies.
Yeah, even has a former teammate on the other side. We haven't seen Faith Rascone-Ryan, a sophomore defensive specialist. Went to Redondo Union High School, just like Noreen Yosia, as Williams sends it long. Point for Hawaii. And it is aloha ball for the Rainbow Wahine in set 2. Middle set, Jua. Oh, some chin music for Tita Q.
That was one solid swing. Block nowhere to be found. Keel in the firing line. Wow.
She was victimized that time. But Hawaii still with aloha ball and a 5-point advantage. Kashana Williams will serve. Here comes the jump serve into the antenna. So a point for Hawaii, and that's how this second set comes to a close. They take it 25-19, and the Rainbow Wahine, against their longtime rival, Long Beach State, will have an opportunity to crack open the broom closet. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. C-Mac.
Well, Robin and Los Santos has got to be happy with the hitting percentage. Look at that, 296. They normally hit 212 on the year. And she's also got to be happy with the number of hitting errors. Only 7 in the first 2 sets. Last week they had 31 errors. each night. Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, and Santa Barbara. And then the service aces to errors also a nice ratio there, 3 aces to 5 errors.
All right, well, we heard your keys to the match to start this night, but what would you say is the key for Hawaii to try to finish things out here in the third, and maybe the key for Long Beach State to try to get back into this?
I would say pretty much for Hawaii, they just got to keep doing the same thing. Serving and passing, again, is the key. They keep doing that. Now ball handle, Long Beach State, I think they'll be in good shape. For Long Beach State to get back in it, I think they got to get their offense going. They had too many hitting errors. They got 11 hitting errors. And they've got 5 or 6 service errors without any aces to go along with it. So they've got to serve tougher, this Long Beach State.
All right, well, let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. What you got for us?
We're going to take a look at something different here. Take a look at the middle blocker there for Long Beach State, Zua, Ari Zua. She's going to get faked out in the middle. And of all places, Noreen Yosia decides to tip it, even though she had one blocker up. I'm surprised she didn't see Zua sort of fall down or be late and didn't go cross court. A rare error mentally for Noreen Yosia. She normally makes 100% choices, the right choice when she attacks. That time she did not.
Outserved to start things here in the third for Hawaii, as Noreen Yosia is dug up. Here's Williams, blocked back and roofed. Yosia jumping up next to Burns there. Hawaii jumps on the board. The Rainbow Wahine taking set one, 25-22. Remember, they came from behind. They were trailing 6-1 at the start of that one. And then taking things 25-19 in the second stanza. See Yosia's blocking numbers. What she has done is just nothing short of remarkable. Second on the team in kills per set. Second on the team in assists per set. Second on the team in aces, as that one winds up being a prolonged ace for Hawaii. She's also second on the team in digs, and entering tonight was tied for second on the team in blocks.
She's a stat filler. That's what she is. She's a stat filler.
Just wild.
And does it very quietly and humbly, just goes about and just plays great volleyball, night in and night out.
Spriggs off the block and out. Yeah, I think Noreen has really grown to appreciate this now well-rounded role she has. I think she kind of digs it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think she does too. And Spriggs, by the way, having a great night. 8 kills, maybe 9 kills now. I mean, almost 400.
Burns, that one off the net and down.
Kill number 5 for Burns on the night.
Fortuitous ricochet that time. Hawaii up 3-2.
Both Mafala and Yosia doing a great job of setting the middle attackers, making life difficult for Long Beach State.
McHugh trying to be maybe a little too precise that time, looking for that deep corner, sends it long. So a somewhat staggering start here to set number 3. Dylan De La Cruz to serve. And that's an ace. That is the first ace of the evening for Long Beach State. See if that can get them going a bit.
Did I tell you they needed to serve tougher?
Yeah.
You asked me what they need to do?
They heard you.
Exactly that.
4 serving 3. Granato that time handles it. Backside set is Yosia. Just a solo block up, and there the roll shot did work. Go figure.
She knew how to hit it just a little bit higher. She wasn't going to get it blocked twice in a row, for sure. She has so many shots, so diverse.
6 kills now for Noreen, hitting .333, 14 assists and 5 digs. And a good serve there. High ball out to Spriggs, dug up by a Q. Gaskin on the second touch, tried to dump it over. And we're gonna have a mishit on the Long Beach State side. A lift call, and it's gonna be a point for Hawaii. We got Allison Martinez now coming into the match for Long Beach State.
Dylan De La Cruz, I think, is going to be setting now. Agner Swayze.
You are right.
Being pulled out.
And that set goes outside to Martinez, who's dug up by Granato. Leva straight down to the floor.
Sarah Leva. Just bringing it tonight. 7 kills, 1 error, hitting .462. Ho hum.
Short serve that time by Yosia. Martinez goes over the block, hits it long, no touch. Point for Hawaii. Now, what do you think about the change at the setter position made by Joy Mackenzie Furbringer? We'll get your thoughts on the other side of the timeout as Long Beach State decides to call for a break, trailing 7-4 in set number 3. Welcome back. Ginger Long, former Rainbow Wahine from the island of Maui, in the house, taking in the action. As Hawaii now up 7-4 here in the third set, already up 2-0. A little pitter-patter back and forth. Hawaii now with it. They go backside set to Gaskin from off the net. And when you got it going, you got it going, C-Mac.
Angel's best swing all year. She didn't think she was going to get this set, and all of a sudden it shows up. She only has 1 step closed. She's got to find somewhere to put it where there were no defenders, and she found it in area 6, middle of the bat.
There's a laser beam of a serve. Spriggs in the middle, dug up by Yosia. Here's a cue with the cross-court bump set to Gaskin. Block got a piece, and Horward scoops it up. Shua in the middle. She doesn't necessarily, with regularity, make flush contact with it, but almost Natasha Burns-like is still able to somehow place it down where the defense isn't.
Exactly, and at 6'4", she doesn't have to jump very much to get over that 7'4" net. So pretty easy to set someone like that.
And we were talking about the change at setter position. I wanted to get your thoughts on the decision by Joy Mackenzie Furbringer to put the other freshman at the setter spot in Dela Cruz. As Horward got blocked back. And a free ball coming for Hawaii. You'll see it goes middle to Leva, the dink. Works.
I think that Joy Mackenzie and Furbringer switched setters because Agner Swayze was struggling with handling the ball. She's had at least 2 or 3 double contact calls, and I think that Joy just probably wanted to rest her a little bit. I suspect she'll get her back in.
9 serving 5. Okino sends it across. Outside it goes to Horward. Here's Gaskin off the touch and down. And we're seeing now a variety of shots coming from Angel Gaskin.
Angel Gaskin showing more of her repertoire, mixing things up. Depending on where the set is, she's making some great decisions on her shot selection.
Oh, that one got denied by the net. So the point goes to Long Beach State. It's CSUN in the house tomorrow night. See, it goes high and away to Granato off the block, saved by Gaskin. Backside, here's Martinez, dug up by Yosia. So Okino, over the shoulder bump set to Granato, soft touches it. And then Kirst to the floor. Kirst has methodically put together a pretty solid night offensively. 7 kills, hitting .385.
She's playing some solid volleyball right now, and they needed that kind of a transition play to light their fire. Neither side could really get much heat on any attack until Kirst finally hit one.
Carly Hill, the libero, back bump set to Horward, dug up by a Q. That was a heater. Here's Gaskin off the block and out. It's all working right now for Angel Gaskin. That's 9 kills. She's still error-free.
What a difference a month and a half has made when she started here. Remember, she had a hard time finding the floor that first series against Kansas State, hitting negative, just really struggling. Now she's one of the go-to players for Noreen Yosia.
Net violation is going to go against Hawaii.
Remember, she's a senior coming from Maryland. She's got a lot of great leadership qualities. She knows when to make wise choices. It's great to see her having a phenomenal night tonight.
Garcia goes outside to Granato, off the block and down. It's a two-way street, though, with a senior transfer, right? Because, yes, the maturity to sort of have the ability to respond in certain situations, but then you're also fairly set in your ways with 3 or 4 years of college volleyball experience under your belt already.
She knew she had to adapt to Hawaii's system, though. She was well aware of that. Same way with Tita Akiu.
Williams. She went skyward.
If she gets the right set, you know, a little bit closer to the net, she's only had 2 sets all night long that have been close enough to the set for her to go up and utilize her jumping advantage. And that was one of those 2 sets, and it's pretty amazing when she does get a hold of it.
That pass. Easy pickings for Tyler Spriggs. And all of a sudden, Long Beach State within 2.
Spriggs, another senior who transferred in from the University of Arizona, having to adjust to the Long Beach way.
Yosia comes swooping in. Rattled around in return. Ma'afala goes middle to Burns. She's blocked. Chased down by Akiu. Free ball sent the way of the 49ers. Middle set, Kirst was able to just get it at its high point. Enough to find the floor. Point Long Beach State, they are within 1. A 6-2 run for the 49ers.
One thing that Hawaii can hardly let happen is to let Long Beach State back into the game and gain momentum.
Yosia, beautiful dig by Hill. Backside Williams, didn't get all of it, dug up by Ma'afala, but Granato runs out of room. And the Beach has stormed back to tie things up in 12, and they are doing this, no coincidence here, with Haley Harwood behind the service line.
Yeah, she is their best server. Hasn't served up a whole lot of aces, but maybe she's due.
Here's Granato, they need it. And she gets rejected by Emma Kirst. And so that will force Robin Amos Santos to signal for a timeout. The Beach jumps in front in set 3. Welcome back, and there is Aran Ganat, head coach for the Rainbow Warrior basketball team. He's all smiles. I was talking to him the other day and said, "You seem like you're in a great mood." He's like, "Yeah, we haven't lost any games yet." Of course, the 2018-2019 season right around the corner. And speaking of head coaches, Charlie Wade, the man atop the Rainbow Warrior Volleyball program, as they await their turn to take the Terraflex in 2019. Noreen Yosia sends it wide. And this is now a surge being put together by Long Beach State. A 6-0 run to take a 2-point advantage, and the crowd trying to get into it. Granato is blocked. That is Spriggs next to Kirst, and the conference leading 49ers with respect to blocks per set now starting to show themselves.
They found that block coming back, and the great serving of Harwood as well.
Hawaii needs to get out of this sticky rotation, and wouldn't you know it, is Noreen Yosia who just soft touches it to the middle of the floor and then gesticulates, saying, "All right, let's rotate." That ends a 7-0 Long Beach State run.
Long Beach State did everything right. They played great defense, great transition, good serving, solid blocking.
Kirst in the middle. Saved by Castillo. From the back row, it's Granato. Kirst with the save there. Here's Williams. Tried to two-hand it over, but threw it into the twine. So Hawaii back within 1. You're going to get some of that. We talked to Joy Mackenzie-Furbringer and said, hey, look, you know, as a coach, I imagine last year with the injuries, this year with the 7 newcomers and many freshmen who are playing significant time, you have had to test your patience a little bit. And Spriggs is blocked and roofed. Burns getting the gist of that one.
Each team taking their turns with self-inflicted wounds in this third set.
Just the, oh, that wasn't blocked. That was actually just hit into the net. Spriggs with just her second hitting error of the evening. Then the serve goes long from Granato. But you'll get that, right? A talented freshman like Kashana Williams, you just have to live with the learning curve.
I think we'll be reading about her in a couple of years, being an All-American.
It'll be fun to see her development, certainly, for Long Beach State. Here's Castillo. And that one goes long. Was there a touch, no touch? Point for Long Beach State. Four hitting errors for each side here in this third set. Hitting errors, a bugaboo for Hawaii on the road this past weekend. But Castillo immediately atones for that last out ball and cuts the deficit to 1.
Casey at 6'3", definitely has a size advantage as an outside hitter on the left. Sometimes just tries to bite off more than she can chew.
And that's an ace. Tita Q with ace number 11 on the year, her second of the night.
Each team with one timeout left as we go down the stretch.
We effectively start over at 17 all, but another out serve. So Tita Q giveth, and then she taketh away. Here's De La Cruz. Renata with the pass. Maafala has to bump set Yosia against as formidable a block as Long Beach State has to offer in Kashana Williams and Eri Zhua, and is still able to just throttle it.
She's not afraid to challenge any block. As we see, she goes up against Zhua and Tyler Spriggs.
So 18 all. Yosia a little extra chili pepper water on that serve, and then Zhua gets blocked. Roofed by Castillo.
Casey did a nice job of helping with the middle, knowing that there's only two hitters up front right now, just Spriggs and Zhua.
Harley Eigner, Swayze back in at the setter position for Long Beach State. Tried to catch Hawaii napping, nothing doing. You'll see a backside Gaskin blocked and roofed.
Oh, what a block by Spriggs.
Wow.
That was huge. And she's going up against a hitter in Gaskin, who's had a phenomenal night.
First hitting error of the night for Angel Gaskin, in fact. Tied again. Yosia outside. Castillo. Dug up somehow by Carly Hill. And a free ball being returned. Chance for Hawaii. Outside again, Castillo off the fingertips of the block. Long Beach State goes outside. Horward puts it down. And Rabanamo Santos, her reaction after the decision to set Castillo the second time outside seemed to imply that she wanted that set to go elsewhere.
Exactly.
Here's Leva in the middle, blocked and roofed. Zhua does it solo style. And Long Beach State up 2. Rabanamo Santos signals for a timeout.
Great block by Zhua that time. They call her Eri. And she got some air that time. Long Beach State block has finally woken up. Wouldn't you say, Kanoa?
It has. And you see what a difference it makes for the fortunes of this team when the block is in the mix.
Oh, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes up for some of their hitting errors and serves out.
They've scored 3 straight points, have the 49ers. But what the block does is it is able to cover up so many other potential deficiencies, right? We talk about the fact that there's a bit of inexperience at the setter position with the freshmen who have been put out there by Joy McKenzie Furbringer. Also a team that is 8th in the Big West Conference in digs. Now, some of that is measured against the fact that their blocking numbers are so high, but it is such a way for Long Beach State to be able to overcome what would be considered perhaps deficiencies in other areas.
No question about it. You know, one of the reasons why they're 8th in the league in defense is that when they're the #1 blocking team in the conference, not many balls are going back to the backcourt. You take a look at some of the blocks right there. You see Kirst in on that one along with Spriggs. Shua, there's Spriggs again. And they're just all over the place. Joy McKenzie Furberg has got to be happy that her block finally arrived at the Stan Sheriff Center.
This is the 5th head coach in the 53-year history of the Long Beach State program. Replaced Brian Gimilero after his 32 years at the helm. All he did was win 3 national titles, made it to 8 Final Fours. Here's Gaskin against a solo blocker. It was Harward. And Gaskin wins the battle that time, and she gets to double figures in kills. 10 kills for Angel Gaskin, who is hitting a fat 500.
What a night she's having.
Just her 3rd double-digit kill output this season, 2 off of her season high. Here's Rico Aquino, floats it over. Hawaii trailing by 1. Jua on the slide, dug up by Yosia. Leva the second touch, Gaskin touches it over. Outside, it's Harward off the block. Gaskin able to send it back. Here's Jua through the block, Gaskin the save. So Yosia, high ball out to Granato. Blocked by Jua, she plays it, and then Harward got twisted up.
Oh, Hawaii got lucky there. They dodged a bullet.
And we are tied for the 10th time here in set 3.
Tough rotation for Long Beach right now. They got a 5'8 center, 5'9 outside hitter, and then they got a 6'4 Jua.
Overpass. And Leva lost the battle. It was Carly Eigner-Swayze who won the joust.
That was a huge rotation. Now they got Kirsch back into the game. They become a little bit bigger.
Long Beach State jumps up 1. Little drama here in this 3rd set. Yosia, backside, Gaskin blocked, kept alive by a Q. So Yosia goes the other way, Granato through the block. Outside, it's Harward, 1-hand save, a Q. Blind, over the head, bump set to Granato from Aquino. That was exquisite.
Give all the credit to Rico Aquino. That was one magical, courageous set. Putting it right up close to the net. Long Beach State did not think the set could be that good, so it went down, didn't block. Say, oh, should probably just bump it. We'll get a free ball out of this, and then all of a sudden Granato just rips away.
That was brilliant. Janelle Gong with the serve. Outside Harward, off the block and out. So Long Beach State up 1, 23-22. Crowd trying to turn the volume knob a little bit. Yosia goes backside, Gaskin, the block was late, but a great dig by Gigi Alex. Advantage Hawaii, Yosia outside to Granato, tried to push it through the double block. So the 49ers on the attack, it's Williams through the block, diving save Aquino. Yosia backside, Gaskin, blocked and roofed. Emma Kirst in the thick of things. And it's aloha ball for the 49ers.
Kirst is their #1 blocker statistically. She looked good in that block. Moving nicely to the outside. I think she guessed right, too, that Gaskin would get the set.
Hawaii needs it. Gaskin blows it past Harward. And Hawaii's still alive here, but it remains aloha ball in this 3rd frame for Long Beach State. Gaskin goes to the bench with 11 kills, hitting .391. Faith Ma'afala has to get this serve in. She does. Middle set, Kirst, 1-hand save, Granato. Right side set to Yosia, block, Granato covers. Yosia a second time, blocked and roofed. And we're gonna play a 4th set, at least here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Kashana Williams next to Kirst that time. And there will be no sweep at the Stan Sheriff Center here tonight. Well, the block came alive in a huge way for Long Beach State, the conference leader in blocks per set. They put up the big wall. 6 blocks in that third set alone, C-Mac.
Yeah, they lead Hawaii right now, 8 blocks to 6. Earlier, they had no blocks in the first set, so they really lit it up. You know, the last 2 sets starting to come alive at the net. They're starting to, I think, read Hawaii's setters better. I think they're leaning towards Hawaii's hitters who are having a good night, like Gaskin, leaning toward her, leaning toward Leva, who's also having a big night. And I think they're trying to force the Hawaii setters to go to anybody else besides Leva and Gaskin. Well, each team certainly pathetic offensively that last set. Long Beach State hitting 179, Hawaii hitting 133.
So we'll play a fourth. Hawaii had an opportunity to bust out the brooms here against Long Beach State, but nothing doing. The 49ers are going to make Robin Amos Santos and her crew earn this if they are to, in fact, get the dub. Long Beach State, though, thinking, let's play a fifth, shall we? Tyler Spriggs leading the way for the Beach, 10 kills, hitting .333. Emma Kirst, 9 kills, hitting .412.
If Hawaii's ever going to put their best foot forward, it's now. They do not want to take it to the 5th set where it's really a crapshoot. It's a 50-50 shot. A lot of luck involved in that 5th set. Robin Amos Santos would love to see her team win the 25-pointer.
Harward forces the overpass. One hand set to Burns, and she just paws it over. Williams had to readjust the jump. Dug up by Granato, so Ma'afala highballs it out to Yosia. Got it by that block, set up on that middle by Emma Kirst.
Kirst was right there. I'm surprised that Kirst didn't just press that straight down. A little smile out of Yosia. Rarely see that. She's pretty serious most of the time. She knows she got away with one there.
We saw her chatting up Tyler Spriggs a little bit through the net between sets as well. Here is Spriggs going over the block and long. I mean, Yosia, who hails from Torrance, California, you're talking about so many of these players running into each other on the club circuit in high school.
Exactly.
Two serving 0. Spriggs with the pass. First on the step out. A little awkward in the execution, and then Burns over the shoulder. Gets a swing on it. Disarray on the side of the beach, so a free chance here for Hawaii. Burns dug up over the net, played by Yosia. Ma'afala to Burns in the middle, and that's something that Hawaii may have gotten away from a little too much towards the tail end of set 3.
You're right, Fidel. I think the coaching staff probably told them between sets 3 and 4, hey, let's get back to work in the middle whenever we can. That's what brought us success in those first 2 sets.
6th kill for Burns. Spriggs, the heavy-hander.
Spriggs, so athletic. She can go so high. She can hit over pretty much any block. There she goes over Yosia and the 6'5" Burns.
From Los Angeles, California. Dad Larry played in the NBA for the Lakers, Bulls, and Rockets back in the 1980s. As Yosia curls it in. That's kill number 10 for Noreen. She's got a double-double. 10 kills, 22 assists. And guess what? She's 2 digs away from her 4th triple-double.
I'm going to predict right now she's going to get 2 more digs to get a triple-double.
You're calling it, huh?
Yeah.
And the whiff on the middle set to Jua. And again, some self-inflicted wounds here for Long Beach State. Starting this 4th set, not taking advantage of that momentum shift at the end of set number 3. Jua gets a better swing on that one, dug up by Ma'afala. You'll see it almost into the fans, able to center that in free chance here for the 49ers. Backside Williams, off the block, kept alive by Yosia. Here's Casey Castillo uncoiling. Williams tried to slice it, hard angle to the far side. Just a little too much action on that one. It is 6-1 Rainbow Wahine.
One of those numbers, Long Beach State, first 72 points, no blocks. The next 72 points, 8 blocks. Go figure. Jekyll and Hyde.
Here's Spriggs. What a save by Ma'afala, but Castillo couldn't get the second touch up.
Well, Spriggs had a pretty good career at Arizona. There for 3 years. Number 2 in kills per set in Arizona. Played all Pac-12 as a freshman. Played club volleyball for Joy McKenzie.
McHugh, pass tight to the net. And that's going to be a point for Long Beach State. On a back row attacker violation against Hawaii. And so after the Rainbow Wahine get out to that 6-1 advantage, a couple of consecutive points here for Long Beach State. Ma'afala goes middle to Leva. She's blocked and roofed by Jua. Jua's gotten her a couple of times solo style.
Great block, and that set a little low. Leva didn't have many ways she could hit it other than right into Jua's hands.
4 serving 6. Long Beach State creeping. Outside, it's Castillo, the big windup. Carly Hill with the up. From the back row, Harward sends it over. Diving save there, Ma'afala. So the bump set, a cue to Castillo, roll shot. Harward with the dig. Outside, it's Spriggs. Another heater. And Long Beach State has scored 4 straight.
Each team giving up points in bunches.
14 kills now for Spriggs. She's hitting 379, and yeah, you're right. Some sticky rotations on both sides. Castillo, Spriggs with the dig. Touched over by Eigner Swayze, so a chance here for Hawaii, but Leva soft touches it over. And then miscommunication on the second touch. What happened there, C-Mac?
Well, the libero was yelling for the ball because normally she's the alternate setter, but that time the other alternate setter was in, Dylan Dela Cruz, who came in earlier to set.
That's
so
right.
she was calling for the ball at the same time.
You'll see it into the net, but you're saying the libero has the right of way, so to speak, under those circumstances.
Yeah, if the setter makes the first contact, the libero's going to make that second set, usually a bump set or a hand set if it's behind the 3-meter line. That time you basically had 2 people who've set the ball tonight equally, and that's what makes the confusion.
Oh, Hawaii continuing to emphasize the middle attack, and that time Leva was able to get it by a loaded up Long Beach State block.
That's set a little bit higher where Leva likes it, where she can move the ball around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Set much better.
We have seen some of that communication, right? A lot of communication between the hitters and the setters for Hawaii, and we've seen that from Sarah Leva saying, get it up a little higher, get it up higher. That time it was. Here's Harward. Nobody had Yosia's back after the save. Some herky-jerky action here in the 4th.
I think each coach would probably say, not the prettiest of volleyball being played right now.
I think Robin Amo's expressionless face says it all. Here is Gaskin. And was just smothered by that double block. So Long Beach State has tied this up at 8. And some of these transition opportunities on both sides, leaving some to be desired. Here's Leva. There it was, up in the stratosphere, and she went up there and got it.
That's where she likes it. It's so athletic, gets up so high. What's amazing is how good a volleyball player she is after not playing volleyball for over 2 years. Now she's playing at Division I high level. Amazing.
And really has her volleyball legs back, it seems.
Yeah.
Harward through the double block and down. I mean, coming off of the 12-kill, 6-block performance against Cal Poly where she hit 500. Here she is tonight, 11 kills, hitting 400. It just seems as though, and she said that was going to be a process. She played basketball for a couple of years there. So that was going to be a process for her to get back into volleyball shape, and it certainly seems as though she is now achieving that. Here's Gaskin off the block and down. Gaskin with 12 kills. That matches her season high. 10 serving 9. Hawaii up 2-1. Outside, Williams. Is there a touch on the block? I'm not sure. It goes off of the tape and out. And it's going to be a point for Hawaii, and I think we're going to get a challenge here. But I do think just from the sound that was made on that Williams swing, that this may have not touched the block and may have just touched the net, but it goes through the arms of Burns. So the question is, did either of her arms or did her head? We know it doesn't matter if her hair touched it.
Yeah, that's true. Given what happened earlier tonight.
Did Burns get a piece?
Well, it was a field goal. Was a field goal good here? Right between Burns's. I think it might have hit her head there.
Maybe.
It did come off at a funny angle after it hit the cable. I think it hit her head.
I would agree with you. From that replay, it looks like it got Burns on the dome. Right there.
Yep. I think that's probably what they'll reverse the call for sure.
Right through the arms.
Yeah.
I mean, Burns in position there.
Yeah.
Dixon Chun
Yeah, I think it's an easy call.
taking his time.
This wants one more look at a different angle. And there it is. Yeah, it wasn't the cable that sent the ball out there to the left. It was Burns's head. I think it's pretty obvious. Not sure why he wants to see other angles. It's pretty obvious.
And it's one of those, still somewhat early portion of this set 4, but it's one of those pretty important reversal or non-reversals because it would tie this set up. And it was a touch. So Dixon Chun agrees with you. A good challenge there by the Long Beach State coaching staff. And we're tied at 10 here in set 4.
Substitution number 35, Tyler Spriggs. Number 16,
So Robin Mo Santos was saying, but it hit her hair.
There's Granato. Dug up by Harward. Outside, Spriggs. She is in the groove right now, C-Mac. 15 kills, hitting up near 400.
She's having a senior-like night. A veteran who knows when to hit the seam like that, when to go over the block. She's doing all the right things for the Beach tonight.
Just hitting her stride in conference play. No blockers up against Yosia, and she misses the court wide. And Hawaii trailing by 2. Hawaii needs it. You'll see the touch shot blocked, but a net violation called against Kirst. Just followed through a little too much, unnecessarily even.
Yeah, otherwise, it would have been an easy point for Long Beach. That was an easy tap down. Like you said, she just followed through a little bit too much.
Slight difference in the body language, I would say, on either side of the net. Long Beach State seems to have a bit more pep in its step at the moment. Scramble play for Hawaii. And the Beach on the attack. Here's Williams, blocked, kept up by Harward. Spriggs off the block, kept alive by Kirst. Spriggs a second time, but a mishit is called against Eigner Swayze. And it comes at a most inopportune time.
Beach was looking very strong, taking lots of good swings.
So we're tied at 12, tied for the 4th time in this 3rd set. Great dig there by Q. Castillo down the line and in. Oh, she had to reset awfully quick.
She did. We haven't called her name in a while. She sprints out to get to the outside, gets a good run up. Block is inside. She sees the opening. Nice little cut back down the line.
So Hawaii jumps in front. Serve into the net by Granato.
Overall, Hawaii has served, I think, quite well tonight. Forced a lot of bad passes, getting Long Beach out of system. And sometimes the misses come at the wrong time.
Castillo dug up over the net. A Q overpass. Sent a freebie to Tyler Spriggs. That was gift wrapped. And Long Beach State leapfrogs ahead.
Of all people, arguably Hawaii's best ball controller doesn't control it well. It goes over there. There was a lot of spin there, too. It was a tough ball to pass.
Here's Yosia from off the net. Roll shot to the deep corner. How does she do it? Noreen Yosia, who now has her 4th triple-double of the season. 12 kills, 25 assists. She had previously gotten her 10th dig. Unbelievable. There's a dig by Ma'afala. Here's Granato from the back row. Agner Swayze with the up. Spriggs is dug up. Castillo hops and rolls one over the net and down. Point for Hawaii. They hit 15 first. Timeout on the floor. Well, back-to-back triple doubles for this young woman. Noreen Yosia, 12 kills, 25 assists, 10 digs. It's her 4th triple-double of the season.
And she's hitting .296, so she's hitting for a good hitting percentage as well. And on the other side of the net, Tyler Spriggs, what a night she's having. 16 kills, hitting .371. More importantly, 6 kills here alone in this 4th set. Only 1 error for Spriggs.
Here's Jua. And that was well executed on the Long Beach State side out of that media timeout. Remember, this is a Hawaii team coming off of the loss at Cal Poly. No room for error here the rest of the way. I think all are in agreement.
As the corner crew said, gonna win out, I would agree.
With where their RPI is. Not enough opportunities for them to climb the ladder for an at-large. They need to win this thing. Here's Yosia, blocked and roofed. Spriggs next to Jua and Long Beach State. Gets back into the front runner position. Ma'afala outside to Castillo, roll shot, diving save Harward. And another mishandle on the set. That's a point for Hawaii. We're tied at 16.
So Martinez will come in, and I think Dela Cruz will be the setter coming out of the back row.
Technically, fundamentally, what is Joy Mackenzie Furbringer telling her freshman setter Agner Swayze, you think?
Yeah, I think she's probably telling her to relax a little bit more, not be so tight, get nervous about where the set's going to go or how precise it has to be. Just start having a little bit more fun. Because that tightness and tension can lead to the double hit.
Allison Martinez sends it into the net, so Hawaii reclaims the advantage. It has been that kind of seesaw battle here in the 4th. Great serve by Yosia. Set to Spriggs. It was a nonchalant approach to that swing by Tyler Spriggs, and she still put a hurt on it.
What a night she's had. She's really played well. She's had one quick step close, goes up and hammers. She's got the great arm.
17 kills for Spriggs, and we're tied at 17. Yosia outside to Castillo, through the block and down. We are inching our way along here. Rico Okino comes in to serve.
Castillo having a good fourth set as well. 3 kills, no errors.
Okino taking some extra time. Sends one to the middle of the floor. Jua in the middle. Paused for a moment in midair, seemingly. And then was able to soft touch it down. So we're tied at 18. And when you think about all that in the backdrop, what is potentially at stake for Hawaii, big picture, these points become that much more pressure-packed. Here's Leva, the set was a little low. So the 49ers with the advantage. Here's Martinez cross-court, dug up by Yosia. Okino bumps it to Gaskin. Two-handed in the air by De La Cruz. Martinez, cross-court and wide.
Surprising to see Martinez hit out. Like I said earlier, she's the highest kill percentage player for Long Beach this year, hitting .335. But she's had some uncharacteristic hitting errors.
3 freshmen out on the floor right now for Long Beach State, including the setter right here, De La Cruz. The set to Kirst a little low. Scramble for Hawaii. Here's Granato. She'll get a swing out of it. Blocked, but kept alive by Okino. Here's Gaskin. Blocked. Roll around on the Hawaii side and return. 49ers on the attack. Harward. Dug up by Gong. Bump set to Granato. Too tight to the net, but she somehow backhanded it over. Here's Martinez down the line. And she gets the kill and the point for Long Beach.
Well, how about the way Martinez came back there with some ferocity on this last swing? She knows she's struggled finding the court. Now that one was, wow. Put a lot of heat on that one.
So we are tied at 19. Good old-fashioned Hawaii Long Beach State barn burner here in the 4th. Serve goes long by Agner Swayze. So Faith Ma'afala back behind the service line. Hawaii rounds that final pull, 1st to 20. Can they finish the sprint down the home stretch? Kirst on the slide. Block got a piece. So Ma'afala goes outside to Granato off the block. Diving save Williams. Diving layout save Alex. And it's returned. Ma'afala. Granato again. The set not on point. So the chance now for the 49ers. Here's Harward. Through the block and down. Long Beach State with an improbable victory on that point.
Give the Beach all the credit. They're playing some unbelievable defense.
Timeout. Catch your breath, folks. It's 20-all in the 4th. Welcome back. Hawaii taking the first 2 sets, 25, 22, and 19. Long Beach State able to pull out a victory in the 3rd. So here we are, knotted at 20. The Rainbow Wahine led 6-1 to start this 4th set. Forward with the serve into the net. Long Beach State doing some of its most consistent damage with Harward behind the service line, unable to take advantage that time around.
She served more than any other player tonight. And so Hawaii receivers have got to be breathing a sigh of relief.
And Hawaii take advantage, though. Here's Spriggs, has been virtually unstoppable, but Yosia stops her. Spriggs pulling the string on that one. Are you surprised?
Yeah, she's such a good, high, hard hitter. It did surprise me for sure.
Yosia able to hang just long enough to put up the blockade. Timeout, Long Beach State. Once again, Noreen Yosia with a triple-double, her 4th of the season. Now 12 kills, 26 assists, 11 digs, and throwing a pair of blocks for good measure.
She just does it all, lends so much stability to Hawaii's lineup. You know, when Hawaii's struggling at the setting position, she'll solidify that. struggling blocking, and she does the last play like she did. She'll get a great block. And 21 digs against Cal Poly last weekend was really amazing. Playing against that good a team that's a top 10 team in the country and popping up the ball 21 times is pretty amazing.
Tita Q with 15 digs here tonight at the libero position. Haley Horward with 20 digs to go along with her 7 kills. Just some of the statistical highlights that have played out here in this Hawaii versus Long Beach State rivalry rematch.
We sort of get spoiled by Q. You know, she just takes so many balls so often. We figure, you know, 15 digs, oh, it's another ho-hum night for her. 20 digs for that young lady, though, that's really special.
So can Hawaii finish it off here? Long Beach State has been stingy on these late set points here in sets 3, and see if they can do it here in set 4 once more. 22 serving 20. Remember, we got CSUN coming into the house tomorrow night, the Dig Pink campaign. Fans are encouraged to wear pink here to the Stan Sheriff Center in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Here's Spriggs, deep corner and in. Another winner for Tyler Spriggs.
Could be a challenge here by Rabanamo Santos.
What will she challenge is the question. Something earlier in the play?
In-out call. She may not have wanted to waste her last time out, too. Could have been a wise use of the challenge card.
I think they're challenging a net violation on that sequence. So I'm not sure if it's on the swing there by Spriggs or something that occurred earlier in the point. And so Dixon Chun will take a look.
Next violation, the last violation. The next net violation.
On the Spriggs swing, is that what is in question?
I think it was the...
Well, there's certainly no net violation there. She wasn't even close to the net. Was there something earlier in the play that Rabanamo Santos was attempting to challenge? I think that's the question.
Exactly. As Hawaii's attack, did Long Beach State have a net violation on Hawaii's attack? We're finding that right now. Here it is.
So it would be in question would be whether or not Emma Kirst touched the net there on that Burns swing. Because there's absolutely no doubt here. It would not be a case of Spriggs coming into the twine. So let's see if we get a better look at this.
Our net cam would show it if
we don't have the net cam tonight.
Did he call in sick? I don't think he's allowed to call in sick, is he?
Well, you know, there's some labor force work stoppages going around now, so, you know, we don't know what's being negotiated at the moment. There is, that angle makes it look like it was awfully close.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there's enough evidence there to overturn it.
The net violation, the net violation certainly via the net cam would be undeniable, right?
This is as close as you can get to a net cam right here. It doesn't look like she's penetrating over, but you don't see any shaking of the
Hard
net.
to tell.
Yeah, and you don't see the forearm touching the cable. Yeah. So it looks like it's a...
All right, off with the headset. Here we go. What's the call?
It's going to be a net.
Net violation is the call. Point for Hawaii. C-Mac, reaction?
I'm as shocked as you are.
That is a massive decision, as it puts Hawaii up 3, 23-20. And a timeout taken by Long Beach State. I will say that it was awfully close, especially from the baseline angle. But I agree with you. I'm not sure there was enough there to what would essentially equate to overturning the ruling on the court.
Right. You know, I didn't see much protestation from Emma Kirst either. And that might be a signal
Interesting.
that, that it was indeed the right call.
That's a good observation there.
I didn't see her turn off to the coaches and say, "But coach, I didn't touch the net."
Well, Robin Amos Santos was quick to challenge, and she's quick to celebrate with the fist pump.
She's such a competitor. We should just have a camera on her the whole game. She plays the game with the players on every point.
Yeah.
We get to watch her as she walks in front of us. She literally is playing every point as if she's playing.
It's a show within the game.
Yeah.
It's Robin Amos Santos and her interpretive dance performance on the sideline. Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
That's right. Robin Amos Santos will be on next season's Dancing with the Stars as she celebrated after that last play. We were just going to say the entire coaching staff erupting after that call being made. Right now in the Hawaii timeout, the coaching staff talking to their players about their hand positioning over the net. They're trying to get their team to get 2 blocks and really stop the offense of Long Beach State to run a great transition game coming out of this timeout. Back over to you.
Pretty good blockers for Hawaii up front. Castillo at 6'3" on the left. Burns at 6'5" in the middle. And you'll see on the right side at 5'10", 5'11".
So 23 serving 20. Awfully different feeling than 21 serving 22, huh?
Oh, huge difference. Huge. That replay might have been the play of the night.
Very well could prove to be that integral. As Granato sends it over. And it's somehow returned. No, it's an ace. The pancake save did not quite get under the ball, and they rise at the Stan Sheriff Center. Wow.
Hawaii dodging another bullet.
Aloha ball for the Rainbow Wahine. Free ball coming for the Rainbow Wahine. Castillo. And Hawaii takes it in full. 25-22, 25-19. Long Beach took the third, 25-23, and then 25-20 in the fourth. 49ers and the Rainbow Wahine, once again, not disappointing in terms of entertainment value.
We had a lot of entertainment, but some bizarre plays tonight, some crazy stuff. The serve off the hair earlier in the match. You know, the replays that didn't go the way we thought they would go. It's sort of a bizarre kind of a feeling as people hold up the win-loss record, I think, for Hawaii right there.
And that really, at the end of the day, is all that matters for Hawaii right now. Again, they have to play blemish-free the rest of the way here for their opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament. Now 10-6 overall, 6-1 in the Big West Conference. Robin Amos Santos is with Scott Robbs.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Coach, I know you must be a little pooped out after that one. We had a little bit of everything, including a ball off somebody's hair that was not called a ball off hair.
I mean, a game is a game. I don't know. I'm proud of my girls, you know. There was a lot of stuff going on this week with us. I'm proud of them. They came out, they played. Moving on to the next game.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this one still. Okay. Talk about Noreen. I mean, how valuable she is. She had another triple-double tonight. She just finds ways to get the ball to hit the floor.
I have no idea. You might want to ask her. We all think that too. She doesn't take any hitting reps at all, as everybody can see. I mean, she's, like I said, she's just a volley girl, you know? She does what we ask her to do. I'm lucky I have her.
I think everybody in Hawaii feels the same way. All right, tomorrow night you take on C-Sun. Tell us what you expect from the Matadors.
I mean, they're a scrappy team. They got athletic girls. You know, again, we're going to have to work on our side. As you can see, we had a lot of errors over here. Overpass free balls. You know, I think the serve is like a down ball, and we're overpassing that ball. So we got to come back and work on our side again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys, a happy but maybe a little bit tired Robin Amos Santos.
Well, no rest for the weary. They're back in here tomorrow night against CSUN. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Tyler Spriggs finished with 17 kills, hit .351, 5 blocks, 3 digs. And Noreen Yosia, her 4th triple-double of the season, 12 kills, 26 assists, 11 digs, and throw on top of that the 2 blocks. Well, Hawaii gets to 10-6, as mentioned, 6-1 in the Big West Conference. Long Beach State falls to 11-9, 3-4 in league. C-Mac, I give you the floor for the last thought.
Well, Robin Amos Santos has got to be happy with the hitting percentage tonight. 242, that's 30 points up from their 212 for the season. So the offense is kind of coming together. She's got to be happy with Tita Q and her 16 digs to lead the team. And she's got to be happy with the way the team bounced back after Long Beach State stormed back to almost win the 4th and to win the 3rd as well. This easily could have gone 5 were it not for a couple of lucky breaks here and there and the challenge calls at work. So I think that Robin Amos Santos has got to feel good about the direction this team is going. But I'm telling you something, they got to worry about the next match, CSUN, because Jeff Stork always brings in a well-coached team. And they're going to bring Hawaii all kinds of fits tomorrow night for sure. And
that's always the challenge for Hawaii, the scheduling wrinkle in the Big West Conference, where for these teams traveling to Hawaii, it is a single match week, whereas we're talking about the Rainbow Wahine, no rest for the weary. They got to turn it around on a back-to-back night type of thing. So we'll see how it plays out. But on this night, the Rainbow Wahine take the latest chapter in the longtime rivalry with Long Beach State. That'll do it for us. Don't forget about the Heineken post-game show. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. See you tomorrow night, everybody. Aloha from the Stan Sheriff Center.